Hey everybody, Dr. Adam Boonder here with Regenerative Treatment Centers, and I'm actually sitting here getting to do the thing that I truly love to do the most, and that's interview a patient that's had phenomenal success through regenerative medicine. And so I have Sandy here with me, and we're just going to go through and kind of just do a Q&A. We're just going to open this up and just kind of hear her experience, because that's one of the biggest things I feel that's missed, is for people to be able to see and hear experiences of people who have been through these types of procedures, because there's a lot of questions out there about, do these work, is it worth it? And so we're going to kind of go through that today. So Sandy, thank you so much for coming in, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a retired RN after 40 years of nursing, and just an active grandmother, or wasn't active until now. So this was almost an impromptu, but a act of desperation, and here I am.
Yeah. So you heard about us through one of our seminars.
Yes.
You came and listened to our seminar on regenerative medicine. You came to the clinic. What was your experience like, kind of going through the seminar, and then even just coming into the clinic?
Well, the seminar is actually what convinced me I needed to come. And it was such a good seminar. He's wonderful to listen to. He has a wonderful story. And I felt like at first there's no way I was going to come in and spend the kind of money that I've spent. But after being here, it's well worth it. So.
Wonderful. Now, what really prompted you to come in? I mean, was it an ache, a pain, or was it limitations, or was it both?
I've had back pain since 2003. I've had epidurals. I've had physical therapy. I have had, just recently again, 2 epidurals, 2 SI joint injections. Wasn't getting any relief, going to physical therapy. I was hospitalized, and I finally just decided if I wanted to live my life, I needed to do something about it.
Yeah.
And this sounded like a good solution.
Yeah. Well, so obviously, I mean, you've been through kind of the gamut of what we kind of call the merry-go-round of misery when it comes to the pain cycle, from
Yes.
medications to cortisone shots, and then possibly looking at surgery. How is that affecting your life? I mean, were you able to do the things that you wanted to do? It sounds like you were pretty limited.
I was. I would be out shopping, say I'm pushing a cart somewhere, and all of a sudden this pain would hit, and I'd scream out, "Ah!" in the middle of the store, because I couldn't help it, and I would have to stop. And it got so bad, sometimes at home, it would draw my left leg up, and I would just stand there in pain. And I've been going through that for several months without any help. Of course, I had Vicodin on board. Didn't help. Don't like to take medications. Haven't had to take any medications since I've been here.
Wow, that's incredible. One of the biggest things that at our seminar, you actually stood up and gave a testimony, and you had a friend that was there, and this hit me. I mean, it's emotional for me, because, as I said at my seminars, I mean, pain is something that I'm not friendly with. You know, when people are suffering, I want to do all that I can to help them through that. But she talked about a moment, I think she was your neighbor, lived across the street, that she remembers the ambulance being at your house.
Yes.
What was that?
I had gone to to get an MRI, and I couldn't stay on the table. And so they had to stop. And when I got home, my friend had driven me there. When I got home, I could barely walk in my house. I couldn't even make it up 2 steps in my garage. So I called my husband at work, and I said, something's really wrong, you know. And he works for Children's Mercy, and you can't, that's not a job you leave when you fly an air ambulance, but he came home.
Yeah.
And I tried to deal with it overnight, but he had to help me to the bathroom, and I was just crying, and it was so painful. And finally, by morning, I said, I've got to go to the hospital, so we were going to take me, and I couldn't go down the stairs, so we had to call an ambulance.
Wow.
And I ended up in the hospital for several days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful. So, since then, obviously, you've come to the clinic. I mean, how's your experience been here with our staff, with our nurse practitioner, coming in. What was your experience just coming into the clinic?
Well, even though I had hesitations to begin with, I felt very comfortable. I enjoyed talking to the nurse practitioner and then with you. And it just felt like this is what I was meant to do.
Awesome. And what procedure exactly did you have done?
Oh my. I've had several.
Yeah.
And I went for stem cell injections, and we had, I had shots in both arms, B12, vitamin D, IVs of vitamins, and then the actual stem cells, and the prolozone, the ozone injections, and this was in a series. I was here 3 times, and now that it's done, I feel like a new person.
That's incredible. That is so good. And that's really, that's why we do this. It's about helping people, regain their life. And what were some of the first things that you began to experience after the injections, after the protocol that we went through? Did you start noticing increased range of motion, decreased pain? What were some of the things that...
Decreased pain right away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not immediately, but almost. And the fact that I could get down on the floor with my granddaughters. They are 5 and 3, and they were always going, "Grandma can't walk." I mean, they'd help me. But now they don't have to.
And I always think, what if you hadn't done this treatment? I mean, those moments... those moments on the floor that sometimes we take for granted. It's pretty powerful knowing that you can now do this.
Yeah, I can get down on the floor now without a problem. It's not very pretty because I do have a implanted hip and knee, but I can do it much easier, and just everything is easier. I've been shopping. I hadn't been shopping for months, and I'm a shopper. And I've been shopping now, and I told my husband the other day I can carry my purse. He was having to carry my purse wherever we went.
Wow.
And I can carry my own purse. I can carry things upstairs. I can go up the stairs without holding onto the rails to pull me up. I've been able to go back to the gym. All things that I like to do, and I've just felt so much. And I don't feel. You always take it out on the ones you love. So my poor husband has put up with me complaining about how much I hurt every day, and now he only hears me say how much better I feel. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, thank you for spending time. Thank you for sharing your journey. And obviously it's a journey that's continuing.
Yes.
And we look forward to continuing that with you. And so if you have any questions, if you want to ask us anything about what this process looks like here at Regenerative Treatment Centers, you can put some comments below. Please visit our website, visit our Facebook page or Instagram, and we look forward to helping you be the next Sandy.
Have a better life.
Have a better life. It's about living your legacy to the fullest. Thank you.
Thank you.